Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Lambchop and today we are back in the forever world. Now you've just seen from the intro, I have been working on this area around here. Now this suggestion was suggested by Robbie and they said about a bubble elevator for the villagers, and that is what we've got now. So if we look down there, the track goes all the way along there from obviously where the villagers are up until here, and then we can take the villagers from here to wherever we want. Eventually I'm going to get a villager over there and then have, like I said, a guild where we can convert the villagers, but that is not today. And then I also added this in the intro, and now that means I could just grab the poppies from here, chuck them in there, and we are getting a little bit of bone meal, which can come in handy a little bit later on. Now, because I've been working around here, I did do a little fix up there, and I lifted up the lava. So now, hopefully, we get a little bit more iron. I don't know if it was affecting it, but I got a feeling some of the iron was flying up and burning in the lava. So hopefully we see a little bit more production, but you know what? This is a healthy amount of iron, which I'm probably going to burn through today. Now, before we get on to what we are going to do today, I have 3 suggestions to add to the suggestion box. All right, so the 4 suggestions that we've got, and they're from 2 different people. We've got 2 from OC, which the first one was an OC statue, which that's not the first time he's suggested that. And the one that I really liked of his was the realistic pillager tower revamp. And that is definitely something I do want to do with having that pillager tower over there, because these sons of guns are doing my head in. And then we had 2 from, well, we had like 4 from Luigi, but I've kind of combined them into 2. So the first one was a statue cavern, and then later on in the comment he said about a detailed caves. The detailed caves part, I'm really interested, because we do have over there an entrance to the cave system that we've got over there. So that'd be cool to have like a detailed cave with some statues in there, which then could tie in with OC's statue. And then the historic inn and wagons. Now, I could, because I was thinking of doing a Hunter's Guild over here, I could, in theory, do that as a inn instead. Or I could do an inn for a trading hall or something. But for now, they're going in the suggestion box, because we are doing a suggestion out of here today, and it's because it's very much needed. And that is from Pan. He said a super smelter. Now, the reason why I'm going to be working on the super smelter first, before we do anything else, is mainly because of this area. We are using a ton of stone, and it's getting a chore and a ball ache to like smelt all that cobblestone. And I do want to get a lot more of this area completed. Like, I plan on having a little dock for fishing. I plan on something here that I do not want to say what it is yet. And then I want a boulder there and this bit terraformed. So that would be pretty cool to like be able to. Why is there so much iron? Oh, this is actually stressing me out. Like, I'm not losing loads, but that's 4 bits of iron that I could be using. That eye distracted me. Now where was I? Yeah. So I want to get loads of cobblestone so I can then, like I said, get loads of stone over here and get this area terraformed. Because then once I've shaped it, I can then come back in with the texture and have this area looking absolutely gorgeous. But before we start building the super smelter, we need to clear a space, and I'm kind of thinking, like, this is obviously my main area at the moment. If we demolish this forest and we build it somewhere like in here, that'd be pretty cool. So, yeah, let's get rid of all these trees. Bye-bye, trees. know what? Now I've cleared up this area. Jesus Christ, this is actually going to be... I wouldn't say massive, but it's going to be a relatively big-sized area. So hopefully we're going to have enough wood to make as much as I want to make, which we're probably not. So this is just the wood from the trees. And yeah, we need like 2 stacks, I'm saying. I reckon 2 stacks of hoppers for this. Now, the super smelter that I'm going to be building is probably not going to be the most efficient, the fastest, but it is going to be my very first one ever, which I cannot wait to actually do. So hopefully, is this going to be enough? Probably not. Probably not. Oh, nearly. What am I going to use the least of? Let's take 2 stacks of these. Bam. Bam. Bada boom. Right, whoa. That was enough. Right, so let's make 2 stacks of hoppers and 32 furnaces. Oh, Jesus. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the layout, because I'm assuming we all know the concept of a super smelter. You have 3 inputs, or you have 2 inputs and then an output for the furnace. So basically, what I need to do is output is going to be here, and then it's going to go do like so, and we'll have a second row there, and then all the way. So this is going to be like the output. Yeah, output. I don't know what I'm doing. I did mark it out, so I roughly know. I've pretty much done... Actually, I can't have that. It's pretty much the same pattern. I've lost a furnace somewhere, which I don't know how. And I've done that so then it does alternate, so it's not like all... Wait, I have actually lost a furnace. Or have I miscounted somewhere? 4, 4, 4. Wait, how have I done that? Oh, there it is. It is a little bit slow getting the stuff in, and then we go along here for that. So we're gonna basically the input is gonna be here, but I don't want that block. Let's just get a bit of dirt. So there's gonna be the input, and then we'll have like the rails going along up into the top, which will be this. Oh, look at that. Beautiful. This is why we need a lot. It's going to be... Oh, is it going to be laggy, this area now? We have as many hoppers in one area? I have no idea. I've never done anything like this. Like I've said before. And then along the backs, we'll have the input, which I've got an idea of what I want to use. Oh, look at that. 34 furnaces. And then, yeah, like I said, this will go... I have no idea, like, the way. But I go around, for example. And then we'll have a system here where this will go round like this. And the way I'm going to do the input is with this, and then, for example, there's going to be a lever. Could it be there? Yeah, that should power that. Probably there. Lever, you flick the lever, and then we manually set it off instead of it automatically going. And then the input, whatever the building will be, we'll have an input for fuel, which just be constantly going round and round and round and round and round and round, and it will never stop until we unload the chunk. So yeah, so from there, over there, beautiful. That is a lot, and we made a lot more hoppers than I needed, to be fair, but I'm sure I'll have use for them later down the line. So I think what's best is I probably need to go and get some more gold for the rails, for the powered rails, because we're going to need quite a few to make sure the minecarts go around the whole lot of this, which shouldn't be too long because I've got that cave down there. And then, yeah, we'll just start cracking on the build. So I think it's just time to get into the build time lapse and roll that music for the Smelter. Recommended by Pan. And just like that, the building has been completed, and I think it's going to become nighttime. So let's have a quick snooze, and I want to do one little test before we move on to the fuel source for the Super Smelter. So let's snooze. Come on, son. Set. Let me sleep. Thank you. Now we can test. So if all goes to plan, this stack, I don't know, I've got trapdoors on me. Let's chuck that in this chest. This stack of cobblestone should drain. Wait, why did not? Wait, what? Why is that not? Wait. That should. There we go. Alright, so that's drained all that out. So now we flick this lever. The timer is back. The hopper should be empty, and every single one of these should have 2 in. And what I did with the oak doors, trap doors to say, is I left them on top so then you can actually see the minecart. Look at that. A little bit of movement. Perfect. So that means every round of, well, every time this cart goes back and forth, it does a whole stack, which is absolutely awesome. Now is going to be the tricky bit. So what I'm going to be powering this for now, and it is very much a beginning starter like fuel source, is just over there. You can just see the top of it. We are going to power it with bamboo. And what I'm going to do, and I've already got like the area where they're coming in, just there. We're going to have a track coming off and a silo probably like here maybe, or maybe this opening here. And then we fill up the silo with the bamboo, and then the minecart will go back and forth, filling it up. And for the meantime, I'm going to have to manually fill the silo because we haven't got any slime or anything right now to build a automatic farm. Even though I could do with pistons. We would need a lot of materials and a lot of observers, but we could make one with pistons maybe. But I like the fly machine one. It's just a lot more efficient in my opinion. It probably isn't, but yeah. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to build the base of the silo here with the redstone and the minecart, and then I'll bring it back and show you that. So let's build that. And the redstone for the silo has been completed, and I've done the what's it called? The track going to the area. So what I need to do, actually, first of all, let me block off this. Alright, so to here. So I need to work out actually how many blocks or spaces I need to put the redstone powered rails. Yeah, powered rails. So this is how it works. So right, it'll go into this. It will set off that. It will fill up, and then it will set track off, and then it will somewhat go really slowly. So what? I've got 4. So if we do it, we're definitely going to need 1 here. I'll probably do that over there, actually. I don't know how I'm going to power these yet. Am I going to do it so it's... We're going to need a stack. Are we going to put a redstone block? Or a redstone... I feel like a redstone block we'll have to do. Let's make some of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hopefully then this will be powerful enough to get around. Oh, see, I don't want to do that. I suppose these are going to change out anyway, so that's fine. We got to make it look uniform. And then last one there. So now this should, in theory, if we put it to the test, now go backwards and forwards and all that. And this is just make a bit of texture here and there. It's probably a bit too much, but nah, it is what it is. And I'm hungry. Got to go back to my carrots. Now, the kind of reason why I've gone a bit different, because normally I use the dark oak, is I do want this to stand out a bit, this to this, and eventually I will decorate a little bit more. But for the time being, that is all we need to do. We don't need to do nothing too fancy. So it's been powered, pushed, nice, and then we run over here. You know what? That's a pretty good speed, actually. What's this bit like here? Nice. And now it should... Okay, maybe not have that trapdoor. Okay, perfect. So I can't remember exactly. I did test the timing for that, and I think it should get enough to like fill up 1 or 2 in each of these every time. Hence why this would always be going left and right. Going all the time. Unless I try and work out, or it's not work out, trying to figure out how to fully load this. But with this as well, now we've got this in place, we can now build a silo. So it's going to be like building this up and then going from there. So yeah, we've got everything up and running. Let's finish the silo. And wouldn't you believe it, we have a building without a copper roof. Oh my god. Technically, it's a silo. I know these are my other silos, but this is a small storage silo. As you can see, we've got the hoppers and chest there. So basically, what I've tried doing with this one is I've used the block that is going to be stored within this silo. So as you can see, bamboo. Now, I'm not yet decided, am I going to use bamboo itself or am I going to craft it into blocks? And I feel like crafting it into blocks is going to be the way forwards, just for a couple reasons. One, we're going to need a lot of bamboo anyway, regardless of how we do it. And two, I did have a little bit of research, and a bamboo block smelts 1.5 items. So therefore, we need a stack of a minimum of a stack just to smelt one. Well, a stack and a bit actually, just to smelt the stuff. So, like I said earlier, it is going to be a manual harvest. So let's take all the bamboo we've got over here, and let's build a temporary farm for this for now until we actually work our way and make an awesome automatic one. Now, when it comes to building the automatic farm for this, I'm probably not going to go nothing too massive. I just need it big enough to be able to smelt whatever I need whenever I need to. Because this is always going to be running backwards and forwards, which I love it. Like, I love all my buildings. I love the fact, like, this redstone, you can see the iron. That's got a bit of movement. You got the redstone here on show. You got the chickens that are, like, on show as well. All these little bits are bringing my world to life, and I am 100% for that. I want to get at least a stack planted. You know what? This area right next to the silo. So if we just build an area and then go from there, really. Now, just like that, the bamboo farm is up and running. It's very temporary. I've done a bit of work with like the texturing with the tuff and andesite. Still needs a lot more work, but I love doing farms like that. Like, I don't know why I've put it off for so long. Why is that floating? I hate that. How have I missed one? But yeah, I love doing stuff like this. It's such an easy way of making a farm. It is going to be a bit of a chore to like harvest this manually, but for now, it doesn't matter. I spend a lot of time just farming anyway, so I could just farm and just get loads of bamboo planks to use as fuel, and then I just chuck it in here. And then it does it. But for now, I might as well just manually fill in the one down below. For now. Oh, look at that. Be free. Yay. Now, as always, I like to show off and have a look at my builds in a cheeky shader. So, kadoosh. Oh, baby. Look at that. Damn, I've still got these chests in the way, but that is a beautiful sight. Man, I love that. I need like a... Actually, let's get some blocks. We need to do this. Build a viewing platform to view this properly. That little trick with the stairs, I'm so glad that I tried that on that, because I love that. Without having to do anything too much, like it adds so much, that little bit of shade. Just boom, chimney. Boom, silo. And behind that, boom, the temporary, not so temporary bamboo farm. Honestly, absolutely gassed with how everything's turned out today. I will need to start trying to work on getting a pathway. Actually, I could probably get the pathway coming from here, going like this. Yeah, that kind of works. This is like actually the first area where I've got a path connecting between all my stuff. Oh no, it's not. Actually, that's a lie. That is connected to that. That's separate. That's separate. Eventually, we'll have paths galore going everywhere. But that is all I've got time for on my Forever World. I hope you have enjoyed today's video. It's been a lot of fun, and I'm so glad I have built my first ever super smelter. It might not be the most efficient, it might be the slowest super smelter, but it's mine. All mine. If you did enjoy, hit like, hit subscribe, because I've been Lamb, you've been amazing, and I'll catch you in the next episode of The Forever World. Adios.